Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jordan.
Hey, and I'm Dylan, and welcome to Bug Guts.
Yes, this is our first official review video. We currently are at the Neck and Deck restaurant, and we are just going to take a cruise around the back roads here, and yeah, we're going to give this Ducati a review.
Yeah, so what we're hoping to do is just, give our general thoughts and impressions. We're by no means experts, just something we would like to say. I would say maybe beginner to intermediate riders, and maybe just tell you guys how we feel about this bike, and yeah, like I say, general impressions. So with that, I think, would you like to hit the road?
Maybe one more thing before we do. This is this man's bike. Maybe can you give us just like a general sort of just overview of what the bike is?
Yeah, no, so this is a 2007 Ducati Multistrada. This bike has been in my family since new, so forgive me if I'm a little bit biased when reviewing it. Yeah, so like I said, it's a bike that I've grown up with, and I thought it would be just an awesome bike to start out the Bug Guts channel with. So yeah, cool.
Awesome. Let's get to it. What's up guys? So we just got back from our ride. It was a really good ride, beautiful day. Just took some of the back routes there by Cradle of Humankind. Very nice day to go riding. Yeah, you want to kick us off just with your general impressions?
Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, my thoughts on the bike is it really is, it's a great all-rounder in my opinion. If you want to take it down twisty roads, it's happy to do that. If you want to go cruising, it's happy to do that. Off-road, a little bit in two minds about that, but the bike, it's very comfortable, it's got enough go, it's reasonably decent on fuel. That's, yeah, like I said, it's really a bike that I think someone who with moderate, or shouldn't, maybe not moderate, but with somewhat of experience, a bike that they could really enjoy. If you were upgrading from something like, let's say, a Kawasaki Z400, for instance,
sure,
or
okay,
something of the
or
sort.
Ninja or something.
Yeah, like I really think this would be a nice bike to look to. It's got a bit more power, although it is a bit old. And maybe maintenance-wise, other than the Suzuki's, it's and what in Kawasaki, sorry, not Suzuki.
All Japanese bikes. Will,
yeah. I do think there it is definitely going to make your pocket feel a little bit more, but yeah, I think it's really a good all-rounder. And you?
No, I mean, driving the bike, so it's not my bike, it is Dylan's bike, so he's a lot more accustomed to it than me, and also a lot more biased to Ducati, with good reason. It's a beautiful bike. I really enjoy the feel of it. I think just, cruising, it's comfortable, to kind of just chill. It does shake a bit, which I'm sure we'll discuss more now. Shudders a little bit at RPMs below 4,000, but aside from that, like highway cruising, back road twisties, just general commuting, I think it's quite a decent bike. Overall, yeah, like you said, fuel consumption's not too bad. I mean, it is an old V-twin, or an L-twin 1100, so yeah, I don't know how light on juice it would be, like as opposed to a smaller bike or like even modern counterparts with just technology, but yeah, it's still a lacquer bike.
Yeah, no, definitely. And not only being a great all-rounder, I do think it is a bike with you really do feel connected to it when you ride it, or at least that's what I feel. Yeah. I don't know if you got that impression or not. Like,
no, I think so. Yeah.
Like you know where the the front wheel is, you know what it's doing, you know what the back wheel's doing. You can feel everything. Like the bike, it's raw. Put it that way.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely. That's a good way to describe it.
You know,
actually.
there's no electronics or anything of the sort helping you out over here. It's just you and yourself.
Yeah.
Like no, the bike only has 95 horse, but I mean, what's that, 70 kilowatts? But
its power to weight ratio is quite good though.
Yeah, it's for a lot of people, it's still really, really quick. And yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I suppose maybe just some of the things that I would say maybe could have been done a little bit better. And just these are my impressions. I'm a little bit taller, a little bit lankier, so some things might be maybe uncomfortable for me, but not so much for you and whatnot. So I think the seating position is very comfortable. It's got quite a neutral seating position. You sit upright, but the reach is really comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're stretching, for your life almost. I do often find though that as you ride, you kind of nudge a bit closer to the tank, and then your crotch gets sort of pushed up. And if you're too sudden on the throttle or whatnot, you might land up with cooked eggs or cracked eggs or whatever. Can I say that?
Yeah, too quick on the brakes.
Shoot, what am I saying?
Yeah.
And I think also maybe just the grips for me were a little bit like, for me it kind of feels like those, it's not waffles, but just the patterns, the tread patterns on it kind of feel like to me that it was unfinished, but that's just me being very nitpicky. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker, and I suppose you can change the grips as well. So can you?
Yeah, no, that can be changed.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have to agree with you on the seating position. It is overall very comfortable, but it feels like the seat is like slanted forward, and as a result you do find yourself sliding into the airbox or the cover for the airbox. And I think that can be uncomfortable if you're not aware of it. Like you have to always consciously be thinking, to move yourself back. But I mean, other than that, what else? Oh, one thing, the mirrors. That's one thing I wish I need to change actually. I mean, because it is an old clunky Ducati, anything below 4,000 RPM, the bike does shake. It doesn't feel like it's rattling itself to pieces or anything, but you do feel like a shudder under 4,000. And as a result of that, especially at highway cruising, the mirrors shake with the bike, and you can't really see what's going on behind you when that happens, unfortunately. And on top of that, when the bike is shuddering like that, I find you can't read the speedo or anything, because the wind visor is all a separate piece attached to the handlebars. You find the wind visor shuddering as well. Yeah. And you can't read what's going on. Which, I mean, it's not a deal breaker or anything.
Not the fact that your speedo's broken.
Yeah, the speedo also doesn't work on it. But
yeah, sorry.
That's all good. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty decent. One thing also I wish I knew what was going on is with the gearbox. Okay, so in riding normally it does feel really, really nice. Upshifting, it feels like a solid shud. It goes into gear, it feels awesome, it feels amazing. Even downshifting, but I find every now and then that I hit a false neutral very easily and more often than I would like, especially when downshifting. Yeah. Like it feels like I'm shifting down but nothing's happening. Yeah. Like I'm not sure if it's just my riding style or if it's this specific bike, because it hasn't happened to me on another bike.
Yeah, and even I've ran into it at least once or twice as well. Yeah, just today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like I say, I'm not sure if it is just this bike with an issue or not, but it is something that I have picked up on, and it is something I wish could have been a bit better. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's really, really is cool. Even the brakes, I mean, they feel amazing. I don't know how you feel about that. But
no, they're a lot more. I mean, I drive at the moment, I'm busy riding a cruiser, a Vulcan 900, and that is quite it's a little bit more heavy on the brakes. Like you really need to put foot to kind of feel it go in, whereas this is definitely a lot more responsive.
Yeah, and I mean, you can also feel, I feel like it's very linear with the brakes. You know, the
Yeah.
harder you press, the harder it's going to stop. It's
Yeah.
not like nothing, and it has a great feel to it. At least that's how I feel about
Yeah.
it.
No,
Feel like
that makes sense,
feeling
yeah.
as well. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you can think of?
I don't know if we got it on this take, but just the riding or the rider level on this bike. I think you were saying like you need some experience, but you don't need to necessarily be like a track star for it. You know, you just having ridden before, getting used to a bit of power should be good.
Yeah, like it's not overly fast. I mean, you do have to be careful in first gear.
Yeah.
But I mean, after that, it really is. It is forgiving after first, at least.
Sure, yeah.
I find so. Like, you know,
No,
it's not going to throw
definitely.
you off, or
Yeah, it's not like an
obviously-
R6 or something.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think as long as you're not intentionally being stupid, I think you'll be okay.
Don't incriminate yourself.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
joking. Yeah. No, but it's a gorgeous bike. I mean, you really do when you actually sit on it and you ride it and you just even walk around it. Like you can really see that there's just Italian precision and engineering that has gone into it. You know, it's a really well put together bike.
Yeah, no, it
think.
does feel like a quality product, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's sexy.
that's debatable.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, I think a lot of people don't like it, especially if you look on the internet. Yeah, I mean, I personally like it because this is a bike I've grown up with, and like I said, I don't know if it's me just being biased or not, but I do really like it. But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people also, you know, it's a look that has. I mean, it's flip.
It's like an acquired taste, if you
Yes.
will.
Yeah, something of the sort.
I think, you know, for me, because I obviously, again, not as biased per se as him, although he's kind of converted me to some extent, but I really think the lines on this bike, like certain angles, just, you're like, flip, this is amazing. Other angles, I would say, maybe are more on the acquired taste side, but even then, like, it's a gorgeous bike, and it's a Ducati. It's like, just, it's not the 999, so
The 999.
yeah, it's a nice bike, you know. Not unlike the triple. So I'm saying the 999 is not a nice bike.
I'm sure it's still. I've never ridden one personally, but
Looks wise.
yeah, looks wise, it's horrendous. I
Questionable.
don't know what was going on over there, but
Yeah.
yeah.